So if we're not okay with having our cell phones flushed down the toilet, why are we okay with having our profits flushed down the drain?
Wasted time, materials, and labor all lead to inflated costs and loss of profit. As our costs go up, it becomes more and more difficult to get the work that's profitable for our companies. So how do we stop our profits from going down the drain? The initial answer is as simple as it is to keep our cell phone from going down the toilet. Close the lid. Close the lid. And what I mean by this is using the right tools as a leader. Today I want to give you 3 quick ones. The ABCs of closing the lid, I want to call them. A is alignment. Our values, our purpose, and our vision all have to align. And what I mean is this. Our values, our purpose, and our vision all have to be in alignment with how we actually function as a business. How we treat our employees, how we treat our customers, and how we treat our suppliers, and the subtrades if we work with subtrades. Those all have to align with our values, our purpose, and our vision. Secondly, the B is we need to build trust. You see, a breakdown in trust in our organizations creates all kinds of drains on our profit, all kinds of drains on our energy and our time. When we don't trust each other, we're constantly watching each other. We've got to put more and more systems in place to make sure that people are doing what they need to be doing, because we don't trust them and they don't trust us. It costs us a lot of money as businesses. And the C is constructive conflict. How do we create an environment where there's constructive conflict on a regular basis? So conflict doesn't continue on and on and on, because when that happens, it leads to a breakdown in trust, which means our values and our purpose don't align with how we're functioning as an organization. Well, that's great, but where do we gain access to tools like this? My name's Todd Reimer. I'm the author of More Than a Hammer, Leadership Tools for the Trades, Part 1 and Part 2. These are books designed and written specifically for men and women who lead in the trades. You might have noticed that I'm not sitting in an office today, that I'm not dressed in a suit and tie like everybody else. The reason is because I'm not like everyone else. And neither is More Than a Hammer. We are geared specifically and focused specifically on men and women who lead in the trades. The tools you're going to find, the ABCs, but more than 20 other tools as well, that you're going to find inside More Than a Hammer are written specifically and designed specifically for men and women who lead in trades today. Click on the link below, www.morethan-a-hammerbook.com, and it's going to give you access to your tools in Part 1 and Part 2 of More Than a Hammer. And just as a side note, if you don't enjoy reading, still follow this link and click through, because you can buy it in an audio format. And you can listen to it in your truck, in your SUV, or your car, in your office, or in your job shack, wherever you are, whenever you have time. I'm looking forward to spending some time with you and passing on more tools to you and the other leaders in your organization from More Than a Hammer, Leadership Tools for the Trades.